Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit. I'm here to ask and answer one simple question. WTF is ARES Extinction Agenda? Well, apparently it's a classic side-scrolling Contra-style action game by a studio called Extend. It's available on Steam. We're going to have a look at it right now. There are 2 difficulty levels, and we can choose between them. Normal. Reduces boss difficulty, no scope for fighting bosses. Maximum player rank is A. Double S rank, yes, arcadey. That's what we're talking about. Bosses at their full potential. Do I want to really do it on hard? Do I really want to do it on hard? I do want to do it on hard, but I'm not going to because I probably won't get past the first level, and it's not going to be a fair assessment of the game. Maybe, just maybe, we will change it. Okay, let's do this. We got the Junk Sector. It's a pretty bad name for a sector overall. They got a pretty raw deal on that. Yeah, you got the other ones like the Starburst Sector, the Corona Sector, the Aurora Sector. We're out of names. Which one can you take? You're gonna have the Junk Sector, I'm sorry. Seriously? We have to deal with the Junk Sector? Well, it's your fault. You should have gotten here earlier. Raise the shield. No voice acting in this game, as you might imagine. But I love the music. Already loving the music. Like, yeah. Bit of adrenaline-pumping, bleepy stuff going on in the background. Also, there might be things exploding. That's a bunch of... I don't know what those are. It looks like construction vehicles. Gone awry. Oh no, it's the anime. Yes, a strange fluorescent gas contaminating the cell, blah, blah, blah. This scrolls actually quite quickly, doesn't it? I suppose if you're not reading out loud, it's not really a big deal. I don't know what it is about the anime graphic style. I just can't deal with it. This little robot thing on the other hand, I'm okay with that. It's a weird mix. Because you had that anime thing there, and then that guy in the corner, that's a completely different art style, isn't it? I mean, I don't know much about Asian comic art or anything, but those don't seem to match up. It's a little weird. A little bit of consistency in theme might be a good idea. Oh, well, never mind. Yes, affected robots, blah, blah, blah. Do we really care about this? Probably not. Yes, there are robots, they are trying to kill us, blah, blah, blah. Now, before I go on, I must probably point out that this is an episodic game. This is the first episode of it. I don't exactly know how much gameplay there is in it, but we will find out exactly what it's intending to do. The moment it's currently only out on PC, FAQ on the website indicates they might release it on something else at some point. For the time being, you're on this. I can't imagine that it takes a massive amount of processor power. Okay. Honestly, we don't really care. It's weird that it is a PC-only title, and yet the indication right here is that. I mean, it works perfectly fine with mouse and keyboard, as you would expect. I mean, you know, the control method is kind of like, oh, do you remember this old... Was it an Apogee title? It could have been. Apogee or whatever. It was a game called Abuse. And Abuse is old as hell, but... Yeah, it was actually a DOS game, couldn't think of it. And the controls do seem to work pretty well here. Roll. Yes. Can't imagine. I can't think of anything that could possibly use roll. That's weird. I'm not hearing any sound effects of any description. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, the music is amazing, but I'd quite like some sound. Is it because I've turned the sound off? Am I a dumbass? No. Should be sound on. Okay, we'll crank it up just a little bit, shall we? Evidently, it's not correctly balanced. Okay, there you go. Now you can actually hear something. Alright, that's a turret. That's probably not good. I like the arcade-style combo meter that's coming up there. I have to wonder if it actually reveals anything. I have no idea what I'm actually picking up here. All I know is it's stuff. There is stuff, and stuff is a good thing, usually. Going from screen to screen, very Metroid-y. To wonder if they put in sort of more puzzles and things like that, or if it is just pure arcade action. So far, seems to be nothing but pure arcade action. Again, liking the graphic style an awful lot. They do seem to have put an awful lot of work into it. Oh, here we go. 3 types of materials. You can create some powerful items from these materials using the recycle menu, which is tab. Okay, right. Let's see what we can do. Repair kits and grenades from the items menu. So these are upgrades, basically, as far as I can tell. With Devil May Cry, a little bit of Bayonetta, all sorts of things. I mean, loads of games use this kind of thing. I can upgrade my Zytron Blaster once I get enough materials for it. So, you know, we're not going to call them anything. It's just green, blue, and red. Repair kits, can't do that. That's already equipped. And those are our actions. Air jump, Zypher cannon. Alright, so one assumes that we get more as we go on. Right. Well, onwards for great justice. Will actually let us through there. Incredibly inconvenient way of going through. I mean, who the hell designs a room that you have to jump to get out of? Safety first. That's kind of neat. Change your suit before entering hazardous environments. Okay, what are we changing to? This is a blue suit. What does it do? And this is a green suit. Now, as far as I'm aware, there's some, like, Steam exclusive suits or whatever, so I don't know what these actually do. They don't seem to indicate what they do in any respect, but we'll stick with a blue one because it's nice and styling. My cannon is ready. Singular. Okay, right, that's F key. The funny thing is, half of these controls weren't actually in the controls menu. They're just teaching us as we go along. Yeah! Thing. Is it dying yet? There we go. You know, for an ultra weapon, it certainly takes an awful lot of time to kill them. I've got to probably kill them quicker with a bloody blaster. Look at that. See? Took them out really, really fast. Of course, the guy on the other end saying, not as clumsy or random as a blaster. And at that point, I'm saying, yeah, but it takes for bloody ever. An elegant weapon for a slower, more laid-back age. A lot of production values in this for an indie title. They really do seem to have put an awful lot of work into it. Now, I don't want to drop down there because I have a feeling that it will probably kill me. So let's not do that. Oh, it won't kill me. Okay. Right, and I'm taking a little bit of damage. So that's not a good thing. E is a repair kit. Right, okay. Yeah, I don't want to use a repair kit. Are you forcing me to use a repair kit? Wow, you're forcing me to use a repair kit. Right, okay. So I was only on like 2/3 health. I was fine. Why would you do this? It's like that cannon. You know, what's the point in using the cannon at that point? Couldn't I have saved it for something more useful? I hate that when it does that in tutorials. It's like, this is a level I'm learning at my own pace. I really, really, really do not need that. And seriously. Okay, that's a lot of dudes. The controls are fine, it's just the character's movement is a little clumsy. I mean, it doesn't seem particularly tight. It's not amazingly responsive. It's alright, it's just not as tight as I would hope from a game like this. Oh god, it's some kind of giant metal space shark. Which is running backwards and forwards. Okay, right. Where does it stop? Gotta learn the patterns. Oh, or we don't. We can just blow them up. That works too. Collect the stuff. One assumes this is a grenade. Oh, it's a new weapon. Is that a grenade? A rocket pod? I don't... Yep, grenade attack. There you go. Right mouse button. And we can also do a couple of different things with it. And we can upgrade it. Fantastic. Wonderful. There we go. Weird-ass grenade. It fires directly forwards. No apparent arc on it. I don't know why you call it grenades in that case. Like, why can't there just be a little mini rocket launcher? That would make more sense. See, I'm running into every bullet ever. That's my own fault. I'm trying to get used to it. But, I mean, so far, it seems very competent. Certainly. I don't see anything glaringly wrong with it. I think the only thing that's really bothering me right now is that certainly on the keyboard, I don't know if it's like this on the 360 pad. Might be, might not be. I might plug it in a little bit and see whether or not it actually makes a difference. Because just with the keyboard, the controls do seem not as tight as I would like. Functional. But again, if I'm going to be controlling this hyper-expensive robot suit thing, trying to save the Earth, I'd prefer it actually do what I wanted it to do. Speaking of what I wanted it to, can I even get up here? Now, there doesn't seem to be any grab function, so... No, can I shoot it? Can I shoot it? No, that doesn't do anything. Right, one assumes, is this a backtracking kind of scenario? Has to be, I imagine. And I have no repair kits of any description. I wonder if I've actually got enough resources to make one. Yes, I do. There we go. There we go. We can build one of those. And then use it. Sorted. Pointless corridor room. Into boss. With awesome music. Music definitely one of the strong points of this game. And just the presentation in general is really, really strong. For an indie title, really great. You know, I mean, this is the kind of thing you'd expect from, say, one of the larger publishers that decides to put out something that looks like an indie title. There's been quite a lot of that lately, this sort of EA partnership kind of thing. God, what the hell is the way of avoiding that thing? Okay, right, I see. I see the pattern now. Aggro it. Run away. Oh, now it's stomping on me. Not good. So I assume here is a good idea. Laser thing. Right. Thankfully, it doesn't matter, because I just shoot many bullets. Okay. Is this something new? Yes, it is! It's, space toothpaste, one assumes. Learning combat logs, rescue hostages, yes. Basically go shoot stuff, nobody really cares about the story. Appears to be some kind of different grenade. Let's have a look at that later. Oh, it's a mysterious gas monster. Ah! Loving that music! That's so freaking awesome. It just reminds me of old arcade games, just brought bang up to date. Big fan of that. I'd love to know who actually composed this. Information is not on the store page. I will go and look for it later and pop it in the description below this video. We'll keep going for a little while. Actually, I'm enjoying this quite a bit. Actually, while we're doing that, so I'm breaking out my 360 pad right here. So we do all WTFs live, so no editing, thank you very much. Editing is for the weak when it comes to this kind of thing. Right, we're plugging this in. I'm all the way over here. Yes, it's not remotely unprofessional. I don't know what you're saying. Does that USB port actually work? No. Let's try the other one. Is it doing anything whatsoever? Short answer, no. So I just did a full reinstall, and I'm assuming, at least I was assuming, that the sodding thing went... Ah, there we go. Right, yeah, only one of my USB headers is actually plugged in, which is fairly dumb of me, but whatever. Okay, we are now live on air installing 360-pad device drivers. In the meantime, let's do a little bit of playing, shall we? Okay, EMP grenade. What the hell is that thing? I'm looking at, is that a Q? Is it? Yes, it is Q. This is weird font. It's like, you must press the squiggle button, but I don't have a squiggle button. That was weird, okay. Did it malfunction? I assume it did. Seems to have, so I'm not getting killed. At least I have. It's bloody 360 pad of... okay, right, it's changed to 360 pad. Right, okay, controls with a 360 pad. Yeah, this is the best WTF video. Right, so controls with a 360 pad, I'm using those right now. So the shooting controls, it's actually a dual stick shooter. So right stick is allowing me to spin my gun around like an idiot. There you go. Okay, so that's right stick. See, I haven't been paying attention to any of the 360 controls as they pop up, so I'm learning as I go. Right, that's grenade. Okay, feeling good. That's roll. That's pretty intuitive. You can also, if you so desire, there are two methods of shooting. So you can either move around like this and sort of control it with the left stick while holding X, or you can just hold the right stick down, which makes much more sense. That's your switch. Okay, right, so I'm fairly confident that I can do pretty much everything, and that will take you back to the recycle menu. Right. Oh, it even says DPS. Is that actually a DPS? Does it do 20 damage per second while stunning, or they're just using the word DPS for no reason? One has to wonder. Alright, don't have enough to upgrade that. Synthesis Soldier. Blazing Fist. Oh, yes. Okay, so those are the three things you can do with grenades. Which, again, I don't really say that they're grenades, honestly. They don't act like grenades at all. Controls with this, not so big a fan, honestly. Ooh, a thing. I like things, and it's shiny as well. Are we gonna get any lens flares? Will it be that fancy? Stop shooting at me, I'm trying to get my thing. God damn it. Alright. Inconsiderate turret. Okay, I've collected a data cube which unlocks valuable game content. Please don't tell me it's concept art. Power cube unlocks additional power-ups. Yeah, I think I'm care more about that than information about the characters in this game. I don't care about the storyline as much as the indie developer would love me to. I really hope Extended not crying in a corner right like, oh, my beautifully crafted story is being ignored. Heathens! Heathens! I certainly hope not. Do I really care about this dude? No, I don't care about this guy at all. Okay, you got stage select, cool, right, I'm happy with that, so you can go back to stages, which, yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to grab that power-up back on the first stage, and by the looks of it, you could also go for a score attack on that as well. So did I get a new power from that? I don't think I did I? Disappointed. It was actually just info. Okay, alright, where am I going? Am I breaking this? Yes, I am, there we go. But now, not such a fan of the controls with the 360 pad either. As a side-scrolling shooters, to me, don't really work as dual stick. I mean, I'm trying to think of an example of where it did, and I actually can't, and that concerns me. I'm trying to control this right now, and while shooting, you can't really jump with that. You've got to sort of switch back to X if you want to jump, and then switch back to the one that you actually want to get more precise control of your movements while shooting. So, I don't know. I'm not entirely convinced by that, honestly. I actually think that it is better on a mouse and keyboard, which, for most PC players, they'll probably be pretty happy about that. But, no, it's sodding thing. That's the worst thing about having a controller plugged in while you're using keyboard and mouse. It's like, oh, we're just going to put force feedback on for no apparent reason. There we go. But yeah, mouse and keyboard is the preferred control method. That is the game's weakness right now, aside from it being fairly generic. Because, you know, let's call it what it is. It is a generic 2D side-scroller. It is a good generic 2D side-scroller, as far as I can tell. Metroid-style, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and you call a spade a spade. But the presentation of it is extremely strong, and I think they've got the vibe right, which is probably... You know, and I'm not a huge player of 2D arcadey side-scrollers, but I would think, if I were, getting the vibe right and getting the arcadey style of it right would be something that I would find important. And I seem to be getting that from this game. Okay, checkpoint, there we go. Right, I think we're gonna cap it off right here, because potentially I could go for hours on this. I mean, the normal mode, not especially challenging. Hard mode, I'm assuming, much harder. Still have no idea what the suits are for. I assume they're just cosmetic, but it's got more promise, honestly. If they keep the quality of this up and they're able to tighten up the controls for the next episode, then I wouldn't have even a question about heartily recommending it to fans of the genre. I think if you're a fan of the genre, then you've probably worked out if you want to play it or not by now. You can pick it up on Steam. It's not all that expensive. I think it's about $10, $12-ish, as I recall. Just check the Steam store link in the description below this video if you want to have a look at it. Also available on other good digital distribution retailers. Okay, folks, my name's been TotalBiscuit, and that has been a look at ARES' Extinction agenda. I'll see you next time.